How's it going, guys? Let's talk about content creators. I myself am a content creator. Today I'll be referring to all sorts of entertainers, performers as content creators, because in a way or another, as an artist, you're always trying to create new content for your audience, for yourself, but just you're creating something. So I'm going to refer to everyone in that field as a content creator. I've been inspired to make this video by Uber and his video that was posted on YouTube 3 days ago. Uber is a Twitch streamer, a full-time Twitch streamer that has been doing this for 3 years and has never quite actually made it. In this video, he's explaining how he lost his girlfriend, his friends, how he doesn't have any money, how his life is a mess because he did his best to pursue his career as a content creator on Twitch. I'm gonna have a couple of seconds of his video so you can check it out.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say whatever I want in this video. I already know nobody's gonna watch this. When you're trying to become a streamer, and after 3 years, I only have around 6,000 followers after 3 years, and that's going hard for 3 years. That's going real hard. It's going very hard. It's going active 5 days a week, 7-hour streams, doing multiple different things to try and stand out, and so many different things. But it takes over your life, because when you're trying to make it as a full-time streamer and you want to do it full-time, because the goal is to make it on Twitch so you can make enough money to where you can do it full-time, and you don't have to have a real job and juggle a real job and doing full-time streaming, which I'm telling you right now, it's impossible. Don't even attempt to do it. Don't attempt to do full-time streaming 5 days a week and have a full-time job, bro, because you're going to lose your life. You're going to lose your girlfriend like I did. You're going to lose all your friends like I did, because you're constantly in the house playing the game, trying to be there at the right place at the right time, trying to get your face out there, because if you don't stream, nobody sees you.
The rest of the video will be in the description. He also had posted an update yesterday on the situation, because the first video kind of blew up and a lot of people saw it. And I want to talk about all of the problems that I've encountered and I know about in a life, in a career of a content creator. I myself I will be starting my third year of university as a drama student. And for the past 7 years, maybe 5 to 7 years of my life, I've started pursuing an acting career or directing career. But I've been posting videos on YouTube for close to 10 years now, 9 years as of now. And I never made it on YouTube either. I barely managed to get to 1,000 subscribers after 9 years of posting on and off with large breaks, and I've only managed to start growing an audience in the past couple of months. But I'm not a successful person. I don't earn money. I don't from my acting career, from my directing career, from my YouTube career. As of now, they're all passions. And it's a really hard world. It's really hard to get into the industry. The video that Uber posted, it's mostly about Twitch and YouTube content creation in a way, but the points that he tries to put across in that video come across in the entertainment business as well. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, probably millions of performers that go to acting schools, they try their best to become an actor in the industry and get a big role and end up, I don't know, like Tom Holland. Tom Holland is a really good positive example of someone that made it in the industry at a really young age. But people don't really look at the other side, or a lot of people look at the other side, but you as a performer don't want to accept it. Almost no one makes it. In this industry, maybe 2% actually have a successful career or a fulfilling career. It's up to you as a performer. First of all, what do you want to do? Do you want to be successful, as in I want to be rich and famous, or I want to be content with the content I create, with the art I make, with the craft, your own work? A couple of years ago, when I started getting into stage acting, theater, I met a person that has been working with theater for the past 50 years and a really successful person back in my country. And she addressed me this question, and she asked me to think about it before I pursue this and before I keep on going. The question is, and I'm gonna tell this to the audience that watches me, especially the performers, the content creators that watch this video, because I know I have a small following from that base, because I have a couple of friends that try to do that. So the question is, and you have to ask this yourself, do I love myself on stage, or do I love the stage within myself? It's a very niche question, but you can apply this to whatever you're creating. If you're a film worker, you're a writer, you're a painter, you're a YouTube content creator, or you're a Twitch streamer, change the stage and replace with the craft and ask that yourself. That question might help you to follow your route a lot better, or maybe just stop going on that way, that route. I had a lot of struggles in my life. I never was a conventional person. All of my friends now, most of my friends actually now, are studying into becoming policemen, doctors, lawyers, teachers, people that will get jobs more or less. Like 80% they will have jobs, and they will have a certain salary, and they will not be afraid of not getting a job the next year, the next month, and not having what to put on their table to eat. In this industry, it's completely different. Even when you make it, Robin Williams has this amazing quote after he won the Oscar back in '86, I think it is, when he won the Oscar many years ago. In an interview, and someone asks him, now that you won the Academy Award, has your life changed? And he says, nothing changed. The day after the award ceremony, you go back on the same grind, because this is the way the industry works. Either you're talking, as I said, online media, mainstream media, even indie media, whatever kind of side you're talking about, it's still a continuous grind, no matter how successful you become. But okay, you get successful to one point, you have a couple of good movies, a couple of good shows, a couple of good you start growing your audience, your following. That's a good step, but it's really hard to do that. Look at me, I've been posting like a madman for the past, week to 10 days or more or less, maybe 7 days. And you can see my audience, my channel views, my interactivity with the audience is still dropping, is still dipping. I'm still not climbing back up. This is one of the things that a lot of content creators struggles with. Let's take examples. Before we get to that point, first of all, it's a really big grind. You have to fight a lot in order to make it. For me, I see the business in two different ways. You have to make it, and you have to maintain yourself up there. Sorry for that, just a brain fart. After you make it, making it is the first step, but then staying relevant, in order to quote very famous and successful YouTubers, staying relevant is the other hard part. Look at PewDiePie as an example. He started his YouTube channel back in 2009 or 10, and it took him maybe a year in order to start growing a decent audience of a couple thousand, more than a couple thousand subscribers. But ignore that. Let's talk about the newest memeable guy on the internet these days, Ali A, the Fortnite fake live stream, blah blah blah. You know who I'm talking about. His channel on YouTube was created, and he's posted video, I think, ever since 2006. It's 2018, 12 years of hard work, or whatever you want to call it, until he started making big views, big numbers, so he can have a proper, successful, money-wise career. Another point I have, it's something that, talking about the online media, a lot of YouTubers have been debating for the past couple of years, mostly in the last year. What do you want to do? Do you want to follow all the trends in order to be successful? Like, do you want to Fortnite is successful, example now. You want to post 50 Fortnite videos in order to get more views? Or do you want to do content that makes you happy? The audience will click on something that's trendable, so you should make that content, the Fortnite videos. But what do you want to do? That's a big difference, and it comes back to the first question I've asked you before. Do you want to be successful in money-wise, or do you want to be successful happy with the craft you're making, with what the videos you're making, and hopefully with your passion you will become successful. Going back to the mainstream media, let's take other people for example. Morgan Freeman only made it big when he was over, I want to say 40, let's say 30. He was not that successful until that point. This is a business where luck plays a huge part and hard work plays a huge part. But as in life, hard work doesn't always pay off. You don't necessarily get a gift from the world, from God. I put in 50,000 hours of hard work that means I'm gonna get something back from it. It's definitely not true. Another media that I personally think works really, it's a really well example and blends really well within this story is the sport media. And it can be football, like classic sport, or e-sport nowadays. If you are working your ass off to become the biggest football player in the world, it doesn't mean you actually make it, because you might not get the chance, and you might not just have the talent, or you might not just get ever the opportunity, because life is really hard. So I think the story we have to understand from what just happened in this story from Uber, he's not the first one, he's not the last person that's gonna go through this, unfortunately. One thing that has inspired me, one song that has inspired me related to these problems you have as an artist, if you want to call yourself an artist, is WaXeN, We Can't All Be Heroes. It's a really good song about how not everyone will make it, because if everyone that would want to win an Oscar and become an actor and like Dwayne Johnson and get $20 million per movie would make it, then it would be impossible. It is impossible. Not everyone is Steve Jobs, not everyone is Bill Gates, not everyone is Elon Musk. Same goes for this industry. But don't lose yourself in this. Try to also have something separate. This is one of the things I hated the most in my life, when I was always telling people, I want to be an actor, I want to be a volleyball player, I want to be a football player, I want to be a YouTube streamer, I want to be a gamer. People always told me, have a backup plan. Yes, your passion is amazing, but it's not gonna put any food on your table. You gotta have something else. And I hated those people. I still hate those people. Like, those people are one of the reasons that makes me want to push even harder and prove them wrong. But no matter how much I want to deny it and how hard it hurts me, it is true. You don't want to waste your life pursuing a dream that is never gonna come true. You're just wasting your time in a way. I'm not saying don't follow your dreams, because I am trying my best to follow my dreams. I'm trying my best to become successful, and I'm trying my best to be happy, and I'm really happy actually with the content I've been creating in the past for the recent memory. But you have to understand that those 50 views I get for each video that make me really happy are not going to be something that's going to make me have a happy life in 2018. Because in 2018, having a happy life means having the monetary achievement. Yeah, there's probably a lot of things on this topic, but that's my take on this and my advice to everyone out there. And if you're a content creator struggling, trust me, every big content creator has gone through this at one point. Some make it, some don't. But whatever you do, don't lose yourself and don't waste yourself, because you're a talented person. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time with whatever I make.